This is a video about Danny Lewin and some strange things about him. I'm doing this on my phone in real time so that you can see that this stuff actually exists on the internet and you can see exactly where I'm getting it from. This particular website is Tablet Magazine, a Jewish news and politics website. Danny Lewin was Jewish. He was also a mathematician. He was a computer genius, and he's considered to be the first guy who died on 9/11, the first victim. Um, I'm doing this so that because nobody else is putting this together actually in a video like this, and all of this information together. You can find bits and pieces of it, but not all together on the internet. And I'm concerned that some of this stuff may just go down the memory hole and be taken offline one day. So I want to go through this video and kind of just make a record of it for everybody. Let's look at who this guy was. He was, like I said, a mathematician, a computer genius, first victim on 9/11, etc. Now, let's look at the hexadecimal numbering system first, because this is important. It's used in mathematics and computing. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, etc. You can look at that more if you want, but to save time, let's just go back to this. Now, in the hexadecimal system, remember 9 is B. You're not going to know that system probably unless you're a computer guy or a mathematician. He was both. All right. He was seated in seat here in the first row, on the first line, seated in seat 9B aboard American Airlines Flight 11. And that to him, that would be seat 911 on Flight 11 on the date 9/11. Now, there's some really interesting things about his watch too. Let's look at this. I get this from this website. This is not a conspiratorial website. This is just a kind of a puff piece about him, telling about what a great guy he was and stuff. This is a very high resolution picture. It's the same picture that you just saw on the other website, which also appeared on CNN, by the way. So this is not a questionable photograph. The EXIF data says that it was comes from Jason Groh, copyright 2000, photographed at Akamai Technologies, Danny Lewin's company, and it was photographed on August 11th, 2000. So why the resolution is so incredibly high, I don't know. That's suspicious in itself. But let's try to get a better look at this. On this website, you can't just zoom in and see much of anything because it's got a weird shading across the bottom that I really can't explain. So here's how we have to do this. We have to go to Google. Let's do this fairly quickly. Click on the one on the top left, and then we just have to click full-size image, and it gives us the image without the shading. Now you zoom in. You can see immediately this is very high resolution. You go down here to his watch. There we go. The hour and the second and the minute hands are all roughly on the 11. The date is on the 11. Now the odds of that are 1 in something like 58,000 or something, I believe. You can do a rough calculation of that. But that's really strange, very strange. Let's look at who this guy was exactly. According to Tablet Magazine, he was from the headline here, a veteran of an elite IDF unit. Now, if you research this guy a little bit, what you find is this IDF unit he was a part of was Sayeret Matkal, which is pretty much their version of Delta Force or something. This guy was literally a trained assassin, and we get that from the Psychology Today article, which is the genius who perished on 9/11, yada, 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 yada. We go down here, just below the picture of him with his mother as a baby, we have this. In the last line of that paragraph here that you see on the screen, he could have killed an armed terrorist with nothing more than a credit card, a pen, even his bare hands. So this guy is an Israeli assassin on 9/11, Flight 11. He's a mathematician and a computer genius seated in seat 9B, which is 9/11 in the hexadecimal system. And he is wearing a Swatch watch. And we know it's a Swatch with all of its hands on the 11 and the date on the 11. We know it's a swatch because we can read it. It's a very good picture of the watch. Now look at what kind of watch this is. Here's the watch. All right. And by the way, you get the same watch exactly, the same name and everything on the Swatch website. I just like this website better. This is the Hijacker watch. All right. General info. Brand Swatch. Subcategory Irony. Big. Hijacker. 1999. What do we make of this? What do you think about this? Is this a coincidence or something else? Just tell me what you think in the comments section, and don't say I'm anti-Semitic. I got most of this stuff from a Jewish news website, for goodness sakes, and the Swatch website. I'm not anti-Semitic for just noticing this. So I'm making no conclusions here. I'm drawing no conclusions. I'm making no accusations. I just want to know what's going on here because I don't believe in coincidences like this, and I'd really like to know what's going on. Thanks for watching.